Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I've posted anything, but as you know, I did give birth recently in May during the whole coronavirus pandemic, and I don't think I've actually posted a video after that. It has been so tough. I think one of the taboo, if I can even quote it in those words, of pregnancy that people don't talk about or they don't even explain properly is postnatal depression. It is real. It is hard to deal with. I dealt with it with my first pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I thought I nipped it in the bud, but it came back full swing. It's been a really hard couple of weeks, couple of months for me. Let me just adjust. There we go. And it's taken me a while to come back and actually be active on my channel again. And I thought this time around I like to be busy and active and have something I'm showing, but I thought let me actually just speak to the new moms and those who are going to be moms soon, and just to be real for a second. Let's just leave all the extra things like the reviews and all of that fancy stuff. We can do those later, but now let's actually sit down and have a real girl to girl talk. So I definitely am still suffering with postnatal depression. It's very hard. It's one of those things you can't prevent in a way. If it happens to you. Some of the symptoms that are quite common are very similar to depression as well, and usually it's brought on by the change or the imbalance of hormones in your body. And if you are someone who is prone to anxiety, depression, all those kind of things, your chances are higher after giving birth of also getting postnatal depression. There are antidepressants you can take. There's a number of ways that you can target it, and speaking to your gynecologist, your nurse, or pharmacist, so anyone that you deal with day to day who helped you in your pregnancy and helping you with your post-pregnancy, you can speak to them. They can help you about it. It's tough because you feel down all the time. You don't know why. You cry a lot. It's a lot of insecurities pop up, or questions. Am I doing well? And what the mistake I did, which I did last time, is that I always try to find ways to be busy. I'm always doing something. If anyone of my friends would tell you, I'm one of those people, I can't sit around and not have something that I'm doing. And so I started a business. I'll talk about that at a later stage once I actually do the whole release. I started reading books. I started taking long walks. I started studying and doing short courses. Working as well. I still work, and I went back to work relatively early. I think I started working again 2 weeks postpartum, and then that week I just realized actually this is tough, so I actually took a break. Then I started again 3 or 4 weeks later. But it's just those things of sometimes you ask yourself questions like, am I being dramatic? Am I being lazy? Why am I feeling like this? And yeah, so that's the mistake that I did. So guys, nip it in the bud from the get-go so that it doesn't stay in your system for long. You get treated for it, and then you start feeling like yourself earlier. And one thing I always do whenever I'm going through something is I always remove myself from people. You'll see me, I'm inactive on social media. That's a sign. Hey, don't think, oh, she's tired. It's a sign, but Kobe, something ain't right. Diagoa, whether it be stress or I'm really tired. When I say Diagoa or Mgo, it's not always something that deep. For example, I didn't post from December into Jan last year. I was so pregnant. I was so tired. It was so hot. The heat was killing me. So Beligoa in that term. So let's not always think it's something, oh my gosh, something huge is happening in life that's so stressful. No, it could be small things. But yeah, isolate myself. Social media interaction is very little. And I don't go anywhere. I don't put effort into myself. So that's what has been happening. And of course the weight gain, guys. It's so real. Like nothing fits. Yeah, that's my husband playing with my baby in the next room. He's so loud. Guys, nothing fits. And there's nothing more that takes you 5 or 10 steps back than not accepting the new postpartum body. Babes, it took 9 months for for your body to change and create this human. It is not going to take 2 months for you to just bounce back to it. There are other people who are blessed, who have genes from the gods. Then there are people like me who are normal, you know. And I'll say normal because when you say normal, you feel like, okay, I'm not the abnormal people who like stay heavy for a while. No, the normal people, we take a while. It takes a bit more effort. And you just really need to give yourself the 9 months or a year to get back into it. But what is important in doing that is learning how to love your new body, or your body in the season that you're in, right? And it's important you do that from the get-go, because there's nothing worse than holding on to what you look like and trying to dress your previous body, because that's when you start seeing things don't fit, your shape is funny, things like that put you off, that just make you leaving the house, just makes you feel worse, like, where am I going? I don't want to go anywhere anymore because nothing fits. When you go to the shop, you go for the styles that you usually used to go for, and then you realize, oh flip, I don't fit into this anymore, this doesn't look nice, all of that. So it's important to dress for your body. And I always find an inspiration on YouTube. For example, I am obsessed with Shein curves right now because it's the plus range. I love that they have a plus range. There are ladies who are my size in the season that I'm in right now, and I see the way they dress, and that's where I shop. If or when I do lose the weight, I will then shop for the body I'm in. I'm not going to shop or hold on to pieces that I used to look good in with that hope of, oh, I'll come back, and then if you don't, you kind of, you know, punch yourself about it. No. So the pieces that don't fit me. It's okay. I'll shop for how I look right now, and if I lose the weight, then I'll shop again. Simple as that. So that's where I'm at, and I'm still working. I'm working on my business, and of course I'm working on myself. One thing this time around I've really ensured is that self-care is something I really just keep hammering. Pampering myself. I have to get my nails done every 3 to 4 weeks. It's a must. It's in my schedule. It's in the budget. There's nothing that's going to take me away from that. I have to go out with friends on a weekend, twice a month, 3 times a month, but there has to be a weekend or 2 that I have to myself with no kids. I have to sleep. You know, I do wake up relatively early, 6:30 a.m. I'm up, and I'd stay awake the whole day, and even if there's nothing to do, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to be that lazy person. Sleep is important. Your skin will show that you're not sleeping. So when you have the time and you've done everything you need, an hour to nap with your baby, perfect. In fact, nap with your baby. Work when your baby's awake. Because if you're going to wait for them to nap, then you work, you're going to be exhausted. That will exhaust you, because already you're working while they're awake, and then they sleep, and then you're working, and by the time they wake up, you're done. So I'm also just going to show a few pictures and introduce you to my son. He was born on the 11th of May, in the early AMs, weighing 4.2 kgs. I know, it's crazy. As planned, and he's interesting. He's a boy. Boys are very different to girls. My daughter was sweet. She didn't cry. She didn't do much. She actually made the whole motherhood process so easy for me, and so it just made it a bit easier for me to focus on myself and other things. With my son, hey, son, now listen. He cries, of course, but he's adorable. He's sweet now. He's asleep. Oh my God, guys, he is asleep from 8 p.m. and he'll wake up again at like 6 a.m. or 6:30. That's when I get up. He sleeps through the night, which is great. He only will like drink twice during that time, and then during the day he takes power naps. The minute he naps for the 30 minutes, I join him. And then we're up in 30 minutes, 10 minutes. And I found that my energy levels have gone up, because I'm also taking those small power naps that I can with him, because he's 5 months. He's going to turn 5 months at the end of this week, and he just doesn't want to be, you know, lying down. He wants to be active. He wants to do something. You know, I have so much new content that I'm going to do. I'll introduce it to my family. I'm going to vlog. I actually wanted to start out with a vlog, but then I thought, no, let's get personal. Let's get to know each other. I love the interaction I've been getting in my comments. I know my channel is tiny compared to the other channels, but I love the process of growth that I'm going through, and I want to grow, of course. I'm excited for the festive season. You know, I also want to do try-on hauls in this new body. I've never done try-on hauls because I always thought I was too big. And funny enough, back then I was small. Now I'm big. This is the biggest I've ever been. But now I'm confident because I feel like I'm big, but I'm sexy. You know what I mean? That's how I'm at, and I'll lose the weight. But so yeah, let's get to know each other, guys. Let me know. Tell me a little bit about yourselves in the comments. Tell me what you'd like to see. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you're struggling with if you're a new mom. How's it going? You know, and all of that. And we can just interact, and my content will go from there. But I definitely do have scheduled things that I'm so excited to share with you guys, especially involving my family as well. But yeah, thank you guys for always being supportive, for commenting, and, you know, keeping with me so far, although it's been a bit of a rocky journey. But yeah, let's stick together and let's continue with 2020 and see what it has in store for us.